Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is well. We learn a very interesting lesson from Rabbi Akiva in the Gemara that it's in regards to the fact that everything Hashem does is for the good, and a person is obligated to happily accept all results that happen to him as a result of heaven, even if they're seemingly negative situations. A person has to lekabel b'simcha, has to accept them with joy, and that brings upon the hidden blessings from the hidden worlds, beyond the hidden worlds. It brings upon an incredible amount of blessings. So what's this story of Rabbi Akiva? So Rabbi Akiva, he says, he was traveling with a donkey and a chicken and a candle. What happened? A lion came and killed the donkey. A cat came and killed the chicken. And the wind blew out the candle. He said, everything Hashem does is for the good. He went to rest in the field. And then he saw some Roman soldiers passing through the area. And the Roman soldiers were coming to harm the Jewish people. And they weren't able to find Rabbi Akiva as he was hiding in the field. Rabbi Akiva remembered that had he would have had his donkey, his candle, and his chicken with him, they would have easily spotted him, and he would have been in trouble, to say the least. So after all this resulted, he realized what divine providence had occurred, what hashkacha pratis, how he'd been saved by Hashem so clearly. So he says, didn't I tell you everything Hashem does is for the good? So we learn a very, very important lesson in this story, that sometimes the things that we think are actually harmful things, painful things, those are the very biggest blessings of all, and they're actually coming to save us. We just don't see it so clearly just yet, but if we trust in Hashem, we thank Hashem, we'll very soon be able to see just how important it was that we went through this. And this connects actually to the daily Tanya that we learned last week, that the Alter Rebbe says that when a person has to, he again quotes this Gemara that, like right before the Gemara talks about how a person has to accept with joy whatever falls upon him, even if it's seemingly negative. And when he does that, he connects, the seemingly negative things we go through are coming from a much higher source than the positive things that we go through. Why? Because the positive things we go through are revealed to us. We see how they're good. The hidden, the seemingly negative things we go through are so good that they have to come down in a hidden, enclosed in something seemingly bad, because it's from such a high source that as that blessing comes down into the world, it's hidden in something seemingly negative. That's why a person sometimes before he goes through the greatest moments of his life, he goes through seemingly difficult times. But it's those difficult times that give him the power, the strength, and they prepare him for the blessings that are on their way. So that's what the Alter Rebbe says in Tanya, that when a person goes through a revealed good blessing, that's coming from the letters of Vav K from the name Yud K Vav K. It's coming from the lower two letters. It's revealed. We could see why it's good. But when it's something negative that happens, it's coming from the Yud K, which is higher. It's from such a high source that as it comes down to this world, it's hidden. The blessing is enclosed in something seemingly negative, and that's why David HaMelech says, "Blessed is the person who Hashem admonishes, who Hashem disciplines," and he uses that name of Hashem, the name Yud K, and that's also the name of Hashem. So it's clearly showing that when a person's getting disciplined by Hashem, it's actually coming from a higher source than when they're getting something that's revealed good. And one day, maybe today, when Mashiach comes, we're going to see how all these seemingly negative things were the biggest blessings of all. And there's also another verse that says, when a person accepts seemingly negative things, whatever a person goes through, if it's a difficult situation, they say, look, I know this is difficult, but Hashem's making this happen. Hashem's causing this to happen, and because it's seemingly painful, it's actually coming from the highest source, and it's a necessary step to bring upon me the blessings. It's a necessary blessing. This itself is a blessing. When a person has that mindset, they merit that. The expression is that the sun will go out of its blinds, like curtains. The curtains will be unveiled over the sun. That's an analogy for for Hashem's light that he hid. There's this extremely powerful light that in the beginning of creation Hashem hid this light, and he saved it, and he's storing it, and he's going to reveal it in the times of the days of Mashiach. So a person who really brings upon this to the highest, a person who accepts seemingly negative things, painful situations with joy, they merit to reach the highest level of this degree of this revelation. So a person has to have this in mind whenever they're going through a difficult situation, to force themselves to try to be happy and accept it, and they bring upon themselves the deepest and most profound revelations of Hashem. Like they're drawing down the greatest revelation of Hashem. It causes Hashem a tremendous amount of pleasure. And to help us with this, we have to understand, we have to internalize the fact that Hashem loves us infinitely times more than we love ourselves, beyond infinitely times more. And he feels our pain beyond infinitely times more than we feel our own pain. So if he's putting us through this, meaning if he's putting himself through this, imagine what is really going on. Imagine the true power, the real power of what is going on here, of us serving him in this world where we have challenging situations. If Hashem's putting us through this, it's because something is going on. There's a tremendous power, a beyond tremendous opportunity that we've been given, service of him, that we're drawing down the greatest revelation. It says that there's a level that we're getting to, that we will see the level of Eden. In the Garden of Eden, there was two levels. There was a garden, and Eden was being revealed into the garden. But the people, the Adam and Eve, and even Moshe, they weren't revealed the level of Eden itself, which is the inner part of the supernal wisdom, the inner part of Chokhmah, this extremely lofty level. That they only saw the outer revelation of this, but in the times of Mashiach, we'll see the inner revelation. So when we have this in mind, and we accept upon whatever Hashem puts in front of us with joy, we are hastening the coming of Mashiach, and we're drawing down tremendous blessings. May Hashem bless you. May we all succeed, and may today be the day that we complete the mission.